Here we are, April 27th, Saturday. We are parked back at home. We had to trim several maple tree branches to get the motorhome back here. Branches from these trees were kind of hanging in the way. And it still looks like winter. But it's parked, we're home safe and sound, and we are grateful for that. Belle was laying on the Kubota cover. Whiskey had to go up the path and cut some trees, cut some branches that were blocking the pathway. Dragging more branches up. We thought we were done with spring cleanup, and then we had 17 inches of snow April 4th while we were away. So we got home on Saturday, so we've spent Saturday and Sunday afternoon trimming the broken branches. And we bought this pole saw in the fall, or actually late summer after we had some tree damage, and it's a good thing we got it. So once again, the Kubota has just proven to be invaluable. Okay, carry that stick to the pile, Belle. No, she's just gonna break it up into smaller pieces. Okay, let's take a tour of all the broken stuff. This is a black cherry tree. Several branches came down on that, so those are cut. A few branches on those two maple trees right there. Several branches down on these maple trees that were in the way, so the motorhome couldn't back up. This is the pile of those branches. And they're really heavy. So we gotta cut all those up, and I'll be making another dead hedge up there. Some pine branches down over there, and also some up in the woods. Let's go on the other side now, Belle. This really is a pretty ugly time of the year. Maybe next year we stay in Hilton Head longer. Some branches ready to go into the dead hedge here. I've already added to them. The one good thing, a happy thing I saw was all the garlic bulbs sprouting right along that cord. That's all the garlic bulbs I planted in September. The forsythia is blooming, so that's exciting. These are 3 blueberry bushes here, and they have leaf buds on them. The first blooming of the forsythia. The elderberry, gonna have to, I think, trim that back once I see what buds out. Like you can see some new growth here and here. This elderberry looks pretty good. A lot of new growth on that. This is the cherry tree and lilac branches. So we've got to cut all those up. Look at all those cherry blossom buds. It's kind of a bummer. This is all lilac here. Down in the front, right next to our neighbor. Oh, there's our neighbor's kitty cat. Hey, kitty. Psst, 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 psst. He's so cute. Anyhow, during the storm, a branch came down and fell on their electrical line and on their roof. Fortunately, there was no damage. This is the remains of what was cut here. These are all the branches lined up to deal with those. So I thought spring cleanup was done, but apparently not. Let's look at the rock garden. It looks decent. Let's look at all the weeds that are growing. Yep, we live on a road that's busy. I see the peony is popping up down there. The rest, it's not beautiful. A lot of weeds. A lot of weeds. I think this is burning bush. I looked that up, so we're going to leave that. The arborvitae made it through the winter, which I'm glad about that. A lot of weeds. Weeds, weeds, weeds. Belle, come on. Come. Come. I'm glad the arborvitae made it through. The rhododendron made it through. Those look good. Gonna plant more down below. And the Japanese knotweed is already coming up fiercely. It's all right here. Japanese knotweed, that whole buffer. I've already pulled some out. That's all Japanese knotweed there, which is actually a good buffer in the summer. And it's impossible to remove. This is Japanese knotweed right here. We'll pull that one. Let's go. Let's go. Up. It looks exhausting. There were several broken large lilac branches. Large lilac branches were removed here. And the rest of that is Japanese knotweed. That grows very tall and creates a nice buffer, which we like. That's peony there. The grass looks lame. This is just a really ugly time of the year. It's kind of depressing. But we will get through it. Ugly, ugly. I don't feel like an enthusiastic gardener at this point. All the concrete blocks and 2x4s are the leftovers from the firewood racks on the patio. Lots of stuff to do before we get this place looking in shape. Just got to a work assignment at a farm in Maine.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, see you later.
Bye-bye.
It's all dirt all around, and there's a couple dogs out there, so we probably won't get out right now. Fortunately, we just stopped and Belle was out. See, Willie, there's more to look at up front. Here we are at a work assignment. We're parked overnight. This is a pretty cool sign. So we've got that lit up. And we are parked over here next to this bright light. Oh, the bright light. We are parked there. Thank goodness for room darkening shades. This is on Route 9, so it is a major thoroughfare. So I expect some noise tonight, but that is totally okay. Because we are 5 hours from home, and we are here to do the work assignment in the morning. I'm getting breakfast prepped while Whiskey is out there working, doing the inspection. The heat is on. It's a little chilly here in Maine. And it's cozy in here. We're having leftover steak, sourdough toast, and eggs, and coffee before we hit the road. Just a little breakfast whipped up right after the work assignment. PD Seafood and Rye. So this is the starting point for the vegetable garden. I'm going to put it right here in this area with a path on each side. It's the sunniest spot in the yard, so let's get started. I've got the garden bed cleared out of the weeds, slightly tilled with the hoe by hand. Belle is giving it a look over. Now I'm going to plant the onion sets. Here's the little garden bed. I only have 3 sides with the screens right now. I'll have to make something for the front. And I've got 60 onion sets planted in there. And then next I'm going to do pumpkin and squash, and that's it. And I'll be cleaning this area up, but it's a start. And you have to start, and I wanted to start small. Here's the update. I use this area to the left of the fenced area for pumpkin, buttercup squash, butternut squash. So I put the buttercup on the left, buttercup in the middle, pumpkin over here. And that's what's planted. We'll see if anything happens. I also put 2 squashes in here, buttercup and butternut, in the 2 front corners, and the back is the onions, and covered it with leaf mulch. May 11th, showing the status of how things are and the level of growth. Very slow.